Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know in the comments, okay? Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. First card is a 9 of Swords. All right, well, we need to have a very serious talk, Scorpio. All right, first let's lay out the rest of our cards here. Yeah, we definitely need to have a serious talk. We are in this, well, let me not get ahead of myself. Let's pick our mystery card. Bonus card, confirmation card. We're using the Smith-Waite Tarot, just one random card that we're going to set aside. We're going to put our alien friend right on top, and they can go hang out right over there. And that card hopefully will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. Okay. So let's take a look at our energies really quick. We've got my cat. We've got an interesting development here because we have 2 Earth Court cards. We have 2 Fire Court cards, right? So this is kind of a progression. It's kind of a maturing of the Earth energy. It's a maturing or an extension of this fire energy. So this is really interesting to me. We also have this air. We have water. We have earth and more fire and more earth. But the air energy is what we really need to talk about, this 9 of Swords. It's right here in the middle. It's the only air energy that we have, okay? This needs to be talked about. This is the tendency that we have to be a little bit too hard on ourselves, a little bit too rough with ourselves mentally, emotionally. I think that we sometimes get into this habit of really getting down on ourselves, right? Maybe this is a kind of discipline or intensity that you have that is it's doing more harm than good, right? It's doing more harm than good. I feel as if this is self-imposed suffering for no real obvious reason, right? For no real progress. There's no real benefit to it, right? To me, this feels painful. And I don't want to explore this too much. We all kind of know what this means, right? 9 of Swords. It's self kind of inflicted. Okay. I don't want to talk about it too much because then I'll start tearing up. But maybe that's kind of what we need, right? Maybe because we have this Prince of Cups that crosses it, that comes over the top of it. Maybe I should switch cameras in case I do get a little misty-eyed here. We've got this water energy that covers the top of it. Maybe we need to figure out why it is that we have this kind of intensity. Why are we so hard on ourselves right now? Look, you've got this really good earth energy in the past. You've got this really tremendous wealth and future in front of you, right? But it feels like we're stuck here because we just are being, what feels like we're being cruel to ourselves. We need to switch this. We need to really have a serious talk about this 9 of Swords because we need, instead of the 9 of Swords, that air energy, we need that air energy to communicate love, healing, acceptance, right? Prince of Cups, air of water. We need to start healing. We need to, all of these self-inflicted wounds, I pray it's not literal, okay? We need to start healing those. We need to start accepting ourselves, being gentle to ourselves, being kind to ourselves. Okay? And I think that if we do that, if we're aware, maybe there's this unaware kind of thing. Maybe this is just behind. Maybe this is not something that we really recognize that we're doing. Maybe it's coming out, it's manifesting in subtle ways that you might not be noticing right now. So I think we need to pay attention to how we treat ourselves right now. I think it's very important right now for us to be aware of that. Okay? That's the first step here. Once we get this taken care of, now we can start smiling. Once we start to work on this. Now, when I say take care of it, I don't mean that, we just have to fix the problem and it's gone, right? No, this is something that I think we deal with every day, constantly. It's always going to be there. Once we get a handle on it, once we become aware of this, right? Once we take that Ace of Cups from underneath, the Ace of Cups is what's really in there. This is your heart. This is your love. We need this. This is what everything else rests on, is this creativity, this spiritual connection. It could be that we've lost sight of this connection with our own soul, our own spirit. This could be God, goddess, deity, ancestors, guardian angels, spirit guides, whatever you want to call it. I feel like maybe we've lost connection with that because of this 9 of Swords here. So we're working on getting this back. Okay, we're going to merge all of this together, and this is a real healing, accepting, loving kindness towards ourselves. Okay, now what's left on the table? Earth, fire, earth, fire, earth, fire, earth. It's all earth and it's all fire. If you're a follower of this channel, you know how I feel about earth and fire together, right? You're going from the highest quality, inspiration, creativity, that force and fire, the divine light, and you're giving it form, you're giving it a home, you're manifesting it directly from fire to earth and earth to fire. It's just like you can make fire appear just like that. It's like magic. To me, this is magic. So we have major decisions in front of us. Are we going to find this spirit within us again? Find this motivation, find this enthusiasm, this love, so that we can manifest all of this? That's what we're working on, right? And I think in the past, we've got this, we've got the Queen of Pentacles here. And to me, I think you've had a lot of success in the past with this magic, right? With manifesting your creativity. But I feel a nostalgia with this card. I feel like we're remembering how good it used to be. We're remembering what we've accomplished in the past. And instead of really empowering us, I think that's been contributing to some of this 9 of Swords stuff, right? We're too nostalgic. Maybe we feel like the best days were behind us. Our most powerful manifestations were in the past. I think we need to mature this energy. You know, we're going to read the cards in a little bit of a different order today because we're going from this past. We're looking at the past. We're thinking of all of the things that we've accomplished, how good we used to be, right? But now look at this Knight of Pentacles. Looking in the other direction, right? These two cards are looking in opposite direction. The Queen's looking at the past. What was yesterday? How good I used to be. What I used to be able to do, right? What I attained, what I accomplished. It's that kind of nostalgia. But the Knight is looking forward. The Knights are the fire of Earth. Knight of Pentacles. Now we're looking forward to the future. Now we've got this creative vision, right? Now we can see all of the great magic that I'm now going to accomplish. Now we're starting to get kind of jazzed up for the future. We have a vision. We see the potential. We see what we're capable of. and we see this vista of possibilities now. So we're maturing this energy a little bit. We're redirecting it, right? And this is now looking to the future. Now we also have this kind of the same thing with this fire energy, right? With the Prince of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Now the Prince of Wands is kind of out here doing a lot of different things. It's just experimenting. You know, the princes are still learning how to rule, learning the ropes. You know, they're out here just experimenting with different things to find what their style is. So I feel like this is the next move for you, perhaps, is getting out there and trying as many different things as you can, right? If you used to only do, I don't know, watercolor paints or something, I don't know. I'm not an artist, really. You're trying different things. You're trying animation. You're trying, I don't know, digital art. You're trying music. You're trying sculpting. You're seeing what works for you. Trying all sorts of things. All right? We're getting a feel. We're getting our style back. We're getting our groove back. And we're just out there just doing it. All right? Getting back into the swing of it. Now, when we get to the Queen, now the Queen's in the position of our environment. Okay? That's what this position here is. When we are able to get to the Queen, now we're taking our creative energy. We're in our environment. We found our place. The Queen is the water of fire. So now with these, we've done enough experimentation to know exactly how we want to do it. We've connected now with our spiritual source, with this Ace of Cups within that Queen. We've connected with our water energy. So now we know exactly where we're supposed to be. We've explored, we've experimented until we felt that magnetic connection. We locked onto it. This is it. We've got it. And now it's just a matter of going in that direction. You know, it's the card of the environment. It's where we are in the world, right? You're finding your place. You're finding the right environment that's going to be perfectly conducive to this creativity, right? And that, I think, brings us also to back to this Nine of Swords deal that we've been talking about. Because we have this connection with the water and the Queen, right? There's the water connection here. So I feel like we need an environment that is going to be healthy for us. We need an environment that's going to be conducive to us healing ourselves, not an environment that's going to put us Nine of Swords style, right? We got to get out of this. If we're in a situation that is promoting this Nine of Swords or just kind of causing us to get into this, not really like it's not anyone else's fault, right? But if we're in an environment that doesn't promote healing, and we find ourselves getting more and more Nine of Swords, we need to get out of there. So I think that these two cards are talking about changing our environment to one that is more conducive to healing, more conducive to creativity, to manifesting, to progress, to success, to well-being, to love, to spirituality. That is not Nine of Swords. Okay. Now the next card I really, really like, 10. This is your best life. Your best life's right in front of you. All of your future. This is wealth, right? 10 of Pentacles is wealth. It's not just financial wealth. It's a manifested success, manifested wealth. This is the picture of your best life, whatever it looks like to you, right? This is your masterpiece. That is your life, potentially, if you choose to go for this, to go in this direction. And this is all the greatness that awaits you. All of it. This is fantastic. This is really the crux of the entire reading. This is right in the center of the table. It's dead center in the middle of my space here. And this is what it's all about, creating your best life, knowing what your best life looks like, and working to get there as close as we can. Maybe in this life we're only going to get so far, but we know what we want. We know what we aspire to, and we're going to work and we're going to move in that direction. Any situation, any environment, any relationships or people that are not promoting health or well-being, we need to get out of there, because the only other option for us is Nine of Swords, and we know we don't want that. We're moving toward healing. We're moving toward our best life. Okay. Now, the next card that we haven't talked about is this Devil energy. It's in the position of what we don't want, all right? But it's the only major arcana here. So this is the big time force. This is kind of representing your higher self. And it's kind of a card that we're afraid of, right? Not everyone. I was going to say everyone, but a lot of people think the Devil card is an evil card. It's a bad card. It can be. Every card has light and shadow, right? But this card is about the real fixation and obsession that we're capable of. And this is kind of like, this is your essential being right now. That if you are committed to something spiritually, energetically, it's hard for you to get away from it. Unfortunately, this could also mean that we are stuck in a Nine of Swords situation, that we're just fixated on this, that we can't get out of this, that this is what we are kind of obsessed with. We are chained to this. You put any mountain in front of the Devil card, it'll climb it. Doesn't care what it is. It will hone in and it will be hyper-focused, and there's really no getting its attention. It's just going to stick with it. So are we going to have that kind of connection with the Nine of Swords? Or are we going to have that kind of connection perhaps with the Ten of Pentacles? Or perhaps that kind of connection with the Ace of Cups, maybe? Maybe the Ace of Cups as the source, as the foundational principle, as one of love and health and healing and connection and well-being and creativity and spirituality, kind of covers everything, right? And going from this Ace, we can see what our 10 is going to look like. So really, by fixating on this Ace of Cups, we're going to climb the mountain of success and wealth and well-being. So the Devil card really depends on what it's matched up with. It's very sensitive to the cards that are around it, or the cards that we kind of associate. We can put that one next to it. We don't want to do that, either this one or this one resulting in that. This would be good. So that's the reason why we don't want the Devil card. It's in the position of what we don't want, or what we fear. But it's what we need, right? If we're going to be fixated on something, let's make it something healthy and worthwhile, right? Not on something that's harmful. I think that's what it boils down to. The Two of Wands up here at the top, the final card, that's the choice. This is the choice of where you're going to direct your energy, right? Because you are in charge. You're the authority. It's your life. No one can force you into anything. No one can make choices for you. So we're choosing to explore this creativity, perhaps, to heal ourselves, to commit to a path of love and healing, so that we can manifest our creativity, our will, our vitality, that we can be in love with this path of manifesting our future, of really attaining our best life. Yeah. The choice is yours. Okay. Let's look at the mystery card now. The alien did quite a fantastic job. Now, we are still looking for names for the alien, so leave me some comments. Give me your suggestions. So far, some contenders seem to be Mork. We also have Bowie. And I kind of personally like Simon for the alien, but we can have more than one name, right? Maybe 2, 3 at the most. So keep your suggestions coming in. Eventually we'll just kind of collectively, as a community, select 1 or 2 or 3 names from the top the top contenders. But anyway, mystery card. I don't know, honestly. I'd like to see some balanced air energy. I'd like to see maybe a 6. A 6 of swords, a 4 of swords would be okay too. Other than that, I don't want any of the other air energy. I think a 4 or 6 would be the most that I could handle. We have a 7 of Pentacles, though. The 7 of Pentacles, whoops, that was the wrong camera. The 7 of Pentacles is a very good card to have. Because this is a card that understands what it takes to get to the best life. This is a card, the 7, oops, I almost dropped it. The 7 of Pentacles is an energy that's not afraid of hard work. Knows that the mountain is really tall. There's a lot of climbing needs to be done. So you're not expecting day 1 suddenly solve your problems, do a little bit of work, and I can relax. No, you know that it's going to be a continued effort. You're not afraid of hard work. And you don't expect instant gratification. You know it's going to take time. And that, I think, that's important. You know, you have the ability to really stick with something for a long time and keep at it. Now, that's, again, it's either something negative and harmful, or it's going to be something healing and healthy and positive. But you can stick with it, so we might as well choose wisely, right? And the 7, I really do like the Pentacles, the suit of Pentacles, especially like 7 and the 8 of Pentacles for sure. But with the 7, especially in the Smith-Waite Tarot, it gives me this feeling of we are getting rid of the weeds from our garden. We want our plants to be healthy. We know that we're not going to get to pick the tomatoes today, but we're getting rid of the weeds and watering it, and we're making sure that it's going to grow. This isn't, the 7 of Pentacles usually has a keyword of failure. I don't agree with that being the key. I think we could look at it as failure. That's part of the shadow energy of it, I think. Where we think, God, I've done all this work. I spent all my hours out here getting rid of weeds and gardening and trimming this damn thing, and it's just, I still can't eat it. You know, I still can't eat it. I failed. This plant has failed me. You know, that's one way of looking at it. But I think we know better. I think we know what it takes to really create something long term, to create something that's going to give us that sustenance in the future. Not right now. I don't need it right this second. I want something that's going to be amazing later on, rather than just sort of okay now. Maybe your tomatoes are there. Maybe they're just really tiny. Sure, you could eat them now if you want. Why not wait a week or two and they'll be massive, you know? Massive tomatoes. So it really, every card depends on how we look at it. And just like this 2 of Wands that we see at the end. This is power and authority. This is dominion. This is who is in charge here. We have shadow, we have light on this card. Are you in charge? Or is something else in charge? And if it is something else in charge, is that spirit? Or is that something that doesn't have our healing in mind? Doesn't have our best life, in mind for us? So even with the two of Wands, it's a card that asks. Maybe every card is a question, right? Who's in charge here? Just like the Ace of Cups is saying, what do you love? Right? What does your heart want? What does your spirit want? And then, of course, with the 10 of Pentacles, what does your best life look like? You know, I really love these energies here. We're going to do an extended reading. Okay. If you want to stick around for the extended, just click up there. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, not just Scorpio, but for every sign. Okay? And I really encourage you to cross-watch. Check your other placements, your sun, your moon, your rising sign placements. Definitely hit the like button. Leave me a comment. Leave me a name for the alien, but also let me know how you're doing. Let me know if this is resonating with you, okay? Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. We're almost at 100K. That is a pretty big milestone for me. When I started this about a year ago, I never thought that we would be growing like this. I never thought that I'd have such an amazing community here that I could be a part of, you know? I'm really thankful for this and for you. So thank you for letting me read for you. It's really my honor. And thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.